Yo. We back, baby. We back, baby. Welcome to another episode of Big Daddy's House.
How?
We got
Uh,
oh, D-Lad. We got T Renee in this house. What's up, T
yeah,
Renee?
I'm looking.
Hey,
So let me
y'all.
jump back in.
All right, Odell, say what's up to everybody before you go. Say what's up to everybody before you get out of here. All right, he got Odell was Cat Daddy was already pausing a little bit, so he'll be right back in a little bit. Man, here's another episode of Big Daddy's House. Me and the crew, we back, kicking butt. Feeling great, been busy, some updates. We got some sports to talk about. I think we got one letter, and we're gonna call it a good night tonight, man. Episode 120 here on Big Daddy's House Podcast. Don't forget Raw Pieces, 7 days a week. Syllabee's Kitchen. Gotinjured.com. My brother Scott Sobel over there. Standing on Business, July 13th. After Standing on Business, we got Cigar Pouring Smoke Shop. Don't forget about my cousin Al over there at Glass House Custom Pools LLC. Make it do what it do. We are being intentional growing this Big Daddy since we're 120 episodes. I'm almost here. We're getting the studio back up and running. So that's a big challenge for me, man. Updates, man. Everything been going good since I've been I touched down. Yesterday, 4th of July was busy. Yesterday I was at an event out there in the country. It was really, really well. When I tell you hospitality wasn't the word, bro, like hand and foot. It was a great time. Shout out my brother from Cleveland, Jamil, and the Malone family. Shout out to all the Malone family who's this whole weekend been taking me in as one of their own, showing me so much love, bro. It's so much love. The food, playing spades, talking shit. Hey, take my number. You here? We got you. It just felt like another security blanket for being so far away. T Renee, how you feeling?
I'm okay. I'm much better now that I'm back home.
What happened? I know you was going through some things, girl. What's going on?
I was stranded for 2 days.
You were telling me something about how you got stranded.
I was stranded for 2 days. My car went into theft mode and it locked up on me. I couldn't. It locked up on me. It wouldn't do nothing. It wouldn't turn. It wouldn't do nothing. So I was forced to stay at my little sister's house. She wanted me to be there anyway. So I mean, it wasn't all that bad, but
right.
You away from home and you used to your own stuff, your own bed mainly. It can be a bit much, but I kept the faith. I didn't give up. I stayed positive, and I'm back home.
That's what's up. Oh, Deezy, how it go, my boy? How's dialysis? Talk to me. How mom doing? What's up?
Everything good, B. Everything good, man. The dialysis thing, You know how it is day by day. Good days, bad days, as always.
Right.
Ma she's doing very well. She's able to move a little better. You could tell, the surgery has definitely helped out a lot. But, it's still, still beginning stages. So she still got a little ways to go. But you know what? Everything will be all right, man.
Man, shout out everybody, all the comments, man. Tonight episode was the topic. It was about, mending bridges and relationships with family, friends, and all that. That's just it was one of these things. See, this weekend, I mended a great relationship with a brother I've been knowing for like 12, 13 years. We've met each other during music. He was in Cleveland, I was in Florida, and we only did music through the internet. And recently we had a chance to hook up because he transitioned from music to driving trucks, and he the one encouraged me to get my CDL. And y'all know I was driving on the road for a little bit, and he was one of the brothers that helped me purchase the truck that I was riding in. And things kind of went left with the truck being an older truck, scaring me up with that. Trying to make money back. So, things that we said we wasn't gonna do in the beginning, we were doing. And it just drew a big wedge. I just decided to walk away from trucking altogether. And it was we both didn't see eye to eye with that. But I'm glad that we had that talk after about a year. It was about a year that we were separated from each other, about a year and some change. I love his kids. He loved my babies, and his mom and everybody. The family was in town. And hey, Miss P, thank you for always calling me, checking on me, Miss P. What's up, China? And we kind of mend we mend the bridge between brothers, man. He being the only child, so I know how it is when you don't have that family and that sibling love to go hand in hand. And even I talked to my cousin this weekend. My cousin suggested that I mend the bridge. I mend that bridge with my brother and sisters. Y'all know my brother and sister. I don't talk to them at all, at all. I talk to my brother every once in a while. I talk to him, but these are the things that I got to work on as far as childhood trauma and stuff like that. But this weekend was a great situation. Mended a bridge with a brother who I know without a shadow of a doubt got my back. I didn't pay for no food this weekend. They didn't let me drive my car this weekend. They came and picked me up in the big minivan, and it was unbelievable, man. I met a lot of great people here in the city, and I thought I was here with just a few people, but now I got a family here now watching after me. So everything, God don't make no mistakes in life, man. So
Most
that
definitely.
when we talk about mending bridges, how y'all feel about that?
Um, for me, mending bridges is definitely something that a lot of people need to grasp upon because there's a lot of there. I mean, not saying that all bridges need to be mended, but there are some situations that you do need to mend that bridge because it may not be as traumatic as you try to make it or how you say it is. So to sit down and really talk about something and mend those bridges is definitely a positive outlook on life, and it actually shows your growth in life as well.
Right.
So mending a bridge is definitely a good thing, but I can definitely say that, you know, unfortunately there are some bridges needs to stay unmended. But that's nothing negative. But the way you would have to do it is with certain bridges you have to mend a little quicker than others. So I would say take a slow boat to China with some of those bridges because you have to understand the situation and why that bridge got broken down to begin with. And once you understand what it is that you're trying to do and what it is that bridge meant to you, then you would know how to move forward into mending those particular bridges. So yeah, I think it's definitely a good thing to mend bridges.
T Renee.
This should have been for tomorrow night, but it's a touchy subject for me. And that's where I have a lot of issues at with building bridges because I feel like once I'm done, or once you'll never get the same me twice. Once you screw me over, that's it. But I know that right now I'm in a healing stage, so I know that I won't be able to heal properly if I can't mend those bridges. So it's a work in progress. It's not an easy thing to do for me, but I'm a work in progress.
The reason why I was in the mended bridges part, I was strictly focusing on the positive aspect about it, because we definitely can go to why we shouldn't uh give people the second chance or why all that stuff. But you know, I've always spoke this, but now that I really understand and starting to get a really grip about the things you speak, you have to be mindful with what you say. Even when speaking in this capacity, just having just a freelance conversation where we out here speaking and talking about things, we got to be mindful of what we come out of our mouth. Our mouth is a sword, and we don't want to cut ourselves or cut any blessings that's coming to us. When I'm strictly mending bridge, I'm talking about business partners, kids. Sometimes you got to cut them people, siblings. Sometimes you got to cut them off. Even loved ones that you really, really love, man. But I'm glad that everybody have a good idea of where they at with mending bridges, and I'm pretty sure we all know that. So oh, hold on, we in the comments. Where we at? I see Miss China.
Hold on. Miss China said that's where she has. This is a topic where she has issues. Um,
Okay.
that bridges don't have to be mended to forgive.
That's where my glasses at? Yeah, that's definitely true. That's definitely true.
That's why I said earlier in my rebuttal that you have to understand the situation in those bridges why they broke in the first place. That's why I said some bridges you can mend slow boat to China, and some of them you can mend in a steady pace. And exactly what was said in that comment was, some bridges don't need to be mended for forgiveness. Those are the ones I'm talking about. You use a slow boat to China because you can forgive the person, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to mend the bridge. You can let that bridge stay, unmended for however long you feel you want to keep it unmended. But you can definitely forget the person.
I mean, I just have a big heart and energy, bro. Once I'm like not into you no more, you're gonna tell it immediately. You're gonna tell it immediately. So I have to work. I have to forgive and kind of like put things in a great space for me in order for me to move forward with certain people. So I definitely agree with Miss China. I definitely agree with Miss China. We got any sports tonight, brother?
Yeah, we do, man. We do. Angel Reese, she's still doing her thing. She done. She's on this double tear. Like she's just every single game. Homegirl is 10 plus points, 10 plus rebounds, and she's adding so much to her game to the point that now she's in the conversation of rookie of the year.
Shout out
So Angel Reese, keep doing your thing, baby girl. Handle your business.
for sure. Erica, what's
Of
up?
course,
Hey,
of
Sarah.
course, they got the summer league going on right now.
Yeah,
Uh, the Hornets are playing the Team China right now, and the Hornets is handling their business. It's third quarter, 43-29. So, you got that going on. The U.S. team, the U.S. basketball teams, they getting ready. They
I,
getting started with their training,
I
getting
already
ready
said.
for the Olympics. So they doing their thing. Um, Football, of course, football, training camp, OTAs, everything's getting started. You know, um, Preseason's on its way. I would say another week and a half. We'll start seeing some football on the field.
I thought it was like
But
August, right? No.
nah, they start like towards the end of July. So they got like a good 2 weeks strong, and they'll start doing that because first will be the Hall of Fame game,
Gotcha.
which they do the inductees and everybody get their speeches. Then they had the ball game afterwards. Then once that happens, that's when preseason kicks in the full gear, and we'll have a good 4 weeks of football for that. So definitely gonna be happy for that and keep my eye out on who's doing their thing going into the regular season. But I am going to touch on the topic tonight. It even happened a couple of days ago, but there is a young man by the name of Kyrie Jackson.
Yeah.
He was a cornerback for Alabama, and he got drafted in the end of April in the fourth round, I believe. And
Minnesota,
he
right?
got drafted to the Minnesota Vikings. He was a great athlete. He did his job when he was at Alabama. Everything was beautiful. Well, we'll have to cut the beautiful part short and turn it into a little bit of sadness because this young man got drafted in the end of April and now will be put in a casket in July. Young man died in a car crash. He didn't
Dang.
even get a chance to play a down of football. And this thing really hurts me personally because I am an ex-football player. And I understand the fight you put into day in and day out, game in and game out. And you want to prove and take care of your family. And not too many players get an opportunity to play professional ball. There's about 155 college teams that have football teams, but there's only 32 NFL teams. So when you go to the NFL draft, your number get called, it's like a 1% chance. So it's very, very difficult to get in the NFL. And this young man made it to make us to take that step to help out his family and do good for somebody, and he gets cut short. So it really touched me in a different aspect. And for me, I definitely have to, my condolences to that family, because that's a different type of hurt. You get to watch this young man play ball, grow up, turn into a man, pursue his dream, and his dream get cut short. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, going too soon.
It's
That was
also, go ahead.
not just rest in peace to him, and sending love to
Yeah,
his family.
it's definitely hard for me, to hear that. But in other news, Phil Jackson made a comment about how basketball and different ethnicities handle the game of basketball. And the conversation he had, most people with a closed mind would take it as him being racist. But the way he had the conversation, it was kind of intriguing, because some of what he said was true. You could kind of look at it and be, I can see where he's coming from with this. But then there's certain other things he is saying. It's like, kind of tethering there still. You know what I'm saying? We love you, man, with the Bulls, Lakers, do your thing, but you kind of tethering there a little bit. And basically, what was said was, you can tell how different ethnics take to basketball, and he pretty much said like clear folk kind of take to basketball in a fundamental type of way, and we take it more as a athletic prowess. And I'm paraphrasing how he put it.
No, but
And when
where
you look at it,
is the lie?
you know what I mean? Like it was kind of, you could see it was a little shaky, you know what I mean? But I do kind of understand where he was going with it, but I think there could have been it could have been a better way. So that's just how I'm taking it.
Sometimes you got to rip the bandage off. Basically, what he's saying, Phil Jackson was like, white people, or white people tend to, go, fundamentals. They the rules, they practice, they do all these things, and a lot of urban kids, they just born with it, just gifted, got talent.
Yeah.
But now it's a mixed thing. Back then, a lot of kids used to just be on talent practice. I don't go to practice, but now people actually practicing. They're putting money into their bodies, black or white, no matter who you are. These kids are trying to keep these positions and get the best jobs when they go out there. But to a certain extent, I heard that when I was young, they didn't want to practice. It was all just skill. You know what I'm saying? Now they got players where it's called skill player. You're a skill player. Athlete. You're not a specific player. You're an athlete. And sometimes and not every black person jump higher than a white person, but a lot of African Americans tend to have natural gifts, and a lot of white people do too. But they just practice different. A lot of people practice different. They really focusing on their craft, and everybody focus on their craft. But it's a crazy line to walk on.
Yeah, that's always like, you kind of tethering there, man. Like,
yeah, if
you fall on any side, bro, you might not. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, if you look at it a closed mind, you're definitely gonna take it the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Jackson not racist. I don't believe in all that stuff. So I knew what he meant. He's seen these players several times come in the league. He know what he's talking about.
Yeah, he definitely does.
T Renee, you said we had a letter. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir, we do.
What it is, girl.
It's this for ladies on the panel. I'm the only lady. But anywho, she said, I guess, yeah, it's a female. She said, listen, I met a really cool guy a couple of weeks ago. And to be honest, he's not my type physically, but he's smart. He's funny. He has a decent job, to be honest. I really want a man who has their own space, but in this case, he shares an apartment with a roommate. The deal breaker for me is that he doesn't have a car. Am I wrong for not wanting to move forward with him? He's not an overweight guy, but I like my guys a little more physically fit. And I feel at the age of 35, he should have his own place. But I understand it's really expensive down here. But not having a car, I think that's too many cons I can't ignore.
Damn. T
Um,
Renee.
mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna let
I
you.
don't,
They
I
run with
don't,
this
I don't,
one.
I don't think that. I guess down here would be South Florida. I'm assuming, or wherever it is that she lives.
It
Everywhere. Hmm?
it don't matter where it's at. Just she said down here, it might be expensive.
Um, I just feel like the car. I don't think that's the reason because if you're dating him already, um, I'm more than sure that you knew that. Well, I'm gonna ask, did you know that before you guys got together? Because I feel like that was like misleading him. If him not having a car, um, if that was a deal breaker for you. But like Serica said, she doesn't like him and she'll be settling right. So I mean, if you don't like him, you need to go ahead and end it now. Because it's just like buying a car. You're never gonna be happy until you get what you want. So I mean, it's I don't think it's a deal breaker. Um, Sometimes we as people have to step outside of our norm, that outside of our norm could be it for us. It could be our husband or our wife. Um, I just personally I don't believe that that's a deal breaker though. Him not having a car, maybe he's trying to work and save and get a car. I mean, I feel like if he can get to you, then hey, I mean, but I understand we as women, we want to be taken out and he don't have a car to come pick you up. That is an issue. But I just feel like if that was something that you knew beforehand, why even start a relationship?
Hey y'all, what's up? Somebody said run. Claude said run. China say follow your heart. Erica say Uber.
Said
Hey,
Uber. Hey Tara.
Cat, I'm gonna let you go next. I'm gonna let you go next.
Okay, here's my question for her. Have you talked to him about him not having a vehicle?
Hold on, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Y'all go for y'all finish.
Have you talked to him about not having a vehicle? Because the reason why I asked that is not in the way that most people will probably seem, but you need to understand where he's at, why he doesn't have a vehicle. Maybe he had a vehicle before and the vehicle didn't work out for him, and he feels he needs to save himself some money till he gets what he wants. Now, not saying that, oh, girl, don't worry about that. Get with that man. Da, da, da. No, you can't do that because you got to understand everybody's different. So for me, the biggest question for her that she should ask him before she just makes it a deal breaker is to ask him why he doesn't have a vehicle. Because if you understand where he's at and why he doesn't have a vehicle, then you might change your mindset and understand why or where he is or why he is where he is.
Let I think too, Odell, because I feel like if you can deal with him having a roommate, I think I would go with the roommate. I couldn't deal with him having a roommate because I know if I wanted to come over, I know I'm gonna want to be all out with him,
Exactly.
feel comfortable. So I don't think I could deal with the roommate part of it. I think I mean, but it's different strokes for different folks. But the
Yeah.
roommate part of it for me would have been a deal breaker
I think
because
I think the roommate part will be a deal breaker for me too, but that would only be a deal breaker if I mean just for me to look at it this way, it would only be a deal breaker if I don't have my own place and I really want to be, you know what I'm saying? Because there's
right.
gonna be times with your mate, I mean, like, come on now. There's times you want to get with your mate and be like, yo, man, let me, you know what I'm saying? How you gonna do that with a roommate?
But not necessarily that. I mean, you can still
I
do
mean,
fun stuff
it doesn't necessarily have to be,
with a roommate, but it's just whether male or female. When you come
yeah,
over to see your mate, when you come over, you want to be comfortable. You don't want to
yeah,
always be fully dressed walking through the house, or you got
being
to set up
or
in
you're on
the room.
edge. Yeah,
So
I get you. I get you
I
on that.
Miss China said, I don't think asking him why he doesn't have a vehicle will change her mind if that's the deal breaker. I agree. I don't think it's gonna
Well,
change
I
her mind.
mean,
Like,
see, that's the whole thing. But see, that's the whole thing in a nutshell. Because when it becomes a deal breaker, then it's a slippery slope. Because even if you do ask him, like, but why you don't have a vehicle, and the reason he gives or her gives makes sense. If it's a deal breaker for you, at the end of the day, you still going to be like, I understand, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, I don't know, man. Mm. I would just honestly have to say, if it's a deal breaker to you, then I wouldn't say be malicious about it, but you definitely would have to let that person know, hey, listen, man, you're a good person, this, that, whatever. But unfortunately, certain things just don't mesh well. And I mean, I'm just speaking here. I'm just spitting spitting stuff out or whatever. But yeah, if it's a deal breaker, then it's a deal breaker.
I'm gonna say this because I know y'all been talking. I had to go to the bathroom. You like what you like, right? And you feel like this person should be at a certain part. That's how you like your man. If you like your man or your woman, and you think that they should be at a certain part, that's who you are. Don't ever apologize for it. Don't ever be scared to live in your feelings. If he don't have a car, he got a roommate. If that stuff is not what it is, man, do what makes you feel happy. But I know women take men straight out of jail, don't have shit. I know women take men who sleep with who have a whole wife and a whole girlfriend and still be happy. You know what I'm saying? Don't even ride in the car with them. They just sneak around and do whatever they want to. This is a clear case is that Shawty, you don't feel him like you say you do. Because if you do, he got a place, and a lot of people don't have a place. If he got a job and he go to work every day, regardless if it's public transportation, whatever, you don't feel that man totally like you do. And whatever he giving you is good when y'all in those moments. But if those things are a major thing to you, it ain't gonna work because it's gonna always be in the back of your head, and that settling shit gonna cause for attitude when it ain't called for. You guys gonna be bumping heads, and if you one of them type of people that throw shit up in people's face, it's gonna really hurt him. Let that man do his thing. You do your thing. If it's just a casual hookup thing every once in a while, keep it 100. Listen, bro, you ain't got what I really want in the man, but I like having time with you when we chill. If it's still cool, but it ain't going no further than what we do here. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it straight up with him.
in the
But
comments, China said the roommate part would definitely be a deal breaker for me because I like to walk around naked. Hell, I have a car, I drive. Fact. Claude stated, don't take the high road at 35. You have to know. Ladies, please, please set your standards higher. Miss P said she can't hear on her end. But
Um,
she also said too, um, hold on, I'm going back to it. Because that wasn't the only thing. She also mentioned she said that he isn't her type physically, but he's smart, he's funny, he has a decent job, to be honest. Um, but the deal breaker, yeah, she did say the deal breaker was that he don't have a car, and then she said he's not an overweight guy, but I like my guys a little more physically fit, and I feel at the age of 35 he should have his own place. But Yeah, so I mean, it's not just the car; it's the physical attributes that's that she's accustomed to and that he don't have. So I think all of those, it's not gonna work because it's really not what she wants.
Yeah.
Period.
She says that the car thing is a deal breaker, but from when you reading that again, it's definitely more than just the car.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
she
more than
maybe
just
And
a car, but
I mean, shout out, listen, shout out. I'm sorry to interrupt, but shout. I don't think you understand the word shallow. You probably not trying to sound shallow with it. Shallow. I'm sorry, but you know,
it's there. It's there. You know
right.
what I mean? And unfortunately, when it comes down to it, I understand that she feels that the car is what's really bothering her, but it's not just the car. She may pick the car as a main problem, but the problem to her is a lot more to that. And I just feel that she shouldn't worry about the car because, like I said, the car is a minute thing. I mean, the way transportation is now, you know, you still got the cab, you got bus transportation, you got Uber, you got Lyft. There's plenty of ways for homie to get around. So
right.
I think the roommate thing is a problem. I think she wanted to be a little more physically fit is a problem. And those two right there, she just added on to the car and tried to make the car like what it is, but it's not really the problem. And
We can't.
I
We
think she
can't.
just really needs to just be with homie as a friend and just let him know that and keep it at that because for the way she's going, like you said, Vel, it does sound a little shallow and it's probably not her intention, but it's definitely giving that vibe. And
Maybe,
unfortunately it's a
Um,
bad
in
thing.
the comments, Claude said, and they died, they are abused. Miss China said she just ain't into him. Claude said, just know fat boys have cars, home, food, etc. And they do. They do. China said she's already friends on him, pretty much, because she don't want him because he ain't got no car. But I mean,
hold up.
sometimes like
Did she
you,
say they dated? They're dating.
yeah, she say she like him because he's really smart. He has a nice job. He's not physically her type. He's not a big guy, but she
But
likes
what
him
if he in the what
for
if he in them guts though? He probably in them guts though. He probably hitting them.
but it's just like she said, she's already friends with him. I just feel like don't play with people's feelings. I mean, because I mean, just like China said, the the roommate would have been a deal breaker for me. Um, and not having a car, like if some, you got to meet halfway, especially if you're trying. If you like him, I mean, you can make accommodations if you chose. So I ain't gonna say you should because I can't tell nobody what to do and how to feel.
right.
Um, but once again, you do whatever makes you happy. But I think if you had a car, then hey, I mean, it's just it's a lot going on right there. And China says she obviously saw something in order for them to have dated. Right. She says she
Yeah.
like him. He real smart. He got a good job.
He hunching me good. So it gotta be something he doing.
But
I
see, that's the
don't know.
whole thing because see, that's what I'm saying with the car thing is I don't think it's a really a big problem because
I it's
let's
because
say
he's just
let's say
not her type. He's not physically he's not her
that
type. And I think it was just something maybe she was just trying it to see how it would go. That's what I'm gonna assume. But he's not what she really wants. I mean,
You
but
gotta
I don't.
call a spade a spade.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. Because see, my thing is this: she says, "Oh, he man, I have a car. You know, it's a deal breaker. This, that, and the third. But what if he's willing to, you come pick him up and take care of him? What if he's willing to say, you know what, I help you with, maintenance to your car as long as you help me out here and there. You just don't know where it's going to go with him. That's why I'm saying, like, a lot of it that's going on how she's feeling, I really do believe is a little more than what she's portraying. And like you
um,
said, it's something that she might have just jumped in and been like, you know what? This may not have been my type of guy, but considering he's a cool dude, he's smart, he got a good job. Let me see where this goes. And I think that's what it was.
Miss China said that may be it, Travell. He might got a good pigtail.
Yeah, I mean, usually people don't, women don't, they don't settle just to settle. Like it has to be something else. You know what I'm saying? It has to be something that make her like, damn, he got everything. But you know what I'm saying?
Miss China say maybe he's eating up. I was coming with that nigga. Maybe so. It's something now.
It is. It's definitely something is there.
It's something.
Whatever it is,
Definitely
whatever
something.
it is there.
It's very
And
much
like we saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if he's getting in them, and if he's in them guts nicely, hey, listen.
He can have a nice personality too. It could be just his personality that she
Yeah.
likes.
There's a plethora of roads you could take with this. You know what I mean? And that's why for me, it's so difficult to try to pinpoint it because there's way too many roads that you can take. Way too many roads.
I just, it is what it is. Goddamn.
Miss China said bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Yeah.
Hey, put that bib on in. Hey, listen.
Don't start, Odell. Don't start. Do not start, guy. But it is what it is. Shot, appreciate you sending in that Ask Big Daddy thing. It's obvious that it's something that it's just, don't waste nobody's time. If you're not into him, I'm sorry it took us a little bit of time to get back to your question, but we've been busy. But it's don't waste his time. If he's not what you want, don't waste his time, Shadow. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't waste his time, man. Don't waste your time. Don't settle for something that you do not want. It's just simple. Just simple. What y'all agree? It's just simple math. Do not.
Yeah. I mean, at this day and age, man, and the age that we're getting at this time is basically it's what you want and what you don't want. If you're trying it, you try it for the better, regardless of how it ends. And that's how you got to go, because a lot of the games, man, people still play games, man. And the worst thing you can do is play with somebody. And I've told people plenty of times, I said, listen, if you want to play games, I got games on my tablet. I got games on my phone. I have a system in the house. We can go bowling. We can go play an escape room, whatever the case may be. But when it comes to playing with me in my life, don't do that. And that's what people need to understand. Don't play with people's lives, man, because one, everybody is stressed out about something. Two, somebody's always going through something, whether it's good or bad. And three, you're never going to get that time back.
Right, OD. Right. Shit, bingo, brother.
In the comments, Miss China said, ain't nothing wrong with being the meal. She just has to be honest with herself first and then the individual. Kelvin stated, amen. And Miss China also said, playing with folks' feelings have landed lots of individuals in their graves. Facts.
Yeah, damn.
That's why I said what I said. Because listen, man, think about it. And I'm gonna use the three of us on here. You know what we got going on in our lives.
What up, Kelbo?
You know what I'm saying? We all got things in our lives that's going on, good, bad, or indifferent. And do you really need somebody to enter your life just to play games with you?
That's a self-explanatory question right there. You already know. You got to answer that.
You know what I'm saying? So why would you want to do that to somebody else?
But let's be realistic, man. I know she's sending these things, and I guess we all have the right to assume what it could be. But I'm for bros, whatever. I'm gonna just hope that she's just indecisive with trying to pick the things that she's just accustomed to, and she just have a hard time with You know what I'm saying? Stepping out of her box. Let's call it that. And
Yeah,
that's what it is, Queen. Just be honest with yourself first and foremost. If this is the first time you stepping out your box and it's difficult, it's okay to not move forward with him, because like Odell and everybody saying, playing with people's feelings, and like Miss China's clearly quoted, a lot of people don't walk away from that. So you can play all you want to, but don't play with nobody's feelings. Hurt his heart. Don't hurt his feel. I mean, hurt his feelings. Don't break his heart. So
yeah.
always preach that.
That's
Uh,
how, and that's just what it is, man. And unfortunately, that comment from what was that? Who was that from? Miss China. Listen, playing with people, man, is the worst thing you could ever do. And a lot of people tend to feel that it's cute to, well, you know what? I'm gonna just see what this is, and if it gets too much, then I'm just gonna cut it off because I just don't feel like it no more. Now this man stalking you, chasing you, messing up your car, all kind of whatnot, and now you sitting, oh man, why he did you playing with him? You know what I'm saying? And vice versa, fellas, we can't get out there playing with these ladies' hearts, man, and they fall in love and want to be with you, but you over here playing around, trying to be, trying to be King Dingaling. Now shorty gonna flat your tires, bust out your windshield, Jasmine Sullivan got it best. What is it? I bust the windows out your car? Okay. You know what I'm saying? You can't play with people's lives, man. You can't. Is it good to have some fun? Yes. But when it comes to people's feelings and their heart, man, don't play with it. Because a lot of people don't walk away from it, as said in the comments. Don't do it.
well, as we usually do, man, here on Big Daddy's house, we greatly appreciate everybody for teaming up, man. Life is too short, and we getting old. We getting too old for the games. Yes, sir, Kelbo. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Rest in peace to my boy Spody Mo, that boy Chris out of Deerfield, man. We losing a lot of great soldiers out here, man. People losing their families left and right, man. My condolences go out to everybody who lost a family member in these last couple of weeks, man. I know I've been busy, haven't had my ear to the streets, but I'm watching Facebook as they go. T Renee, before we get out of here, what we got to say, Queen?
Um, like always, I thank you guys for your interaction. A little support goes a long way. Tomorrow is my favorite day, Mental Health Monday. So if there's any topics or questions or anything that you would like to speak on aside from me um, engaging in my story, please feel free to leave us some feedback on this post, or you can message either one of us and we'll make sure we discuss those topics tomorrow. So as always, we thank you and we'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Good night. Thank you, Miss China.
Cat.
All day, baby, all day, as we always do. We keep it intentional. And like I've always said, every single episode, love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Like, shares, and comments. Good night. Sleep tight. We'll have another good one for y'all tomorrow.
That right. I'm at the crib tomorrow, y'all. Big Daddy's house, man. Um, it means a lot. It means a lot to have the love and support from you guys. Thank you guys for always chiming in with us, leaving comments, liking and sharing. And it's almost free to share this post. Share it, man. Put your own caption with it. Come on, help us grow. Um, I'm watching, I see things, people asking me to join hey man, why you gonna let me come on the podcast? When you gonna feature me on the podcast? Or I miss the podcast every night. If you don't even know what this podcast about, I don't know how I'll bring you on. If you ain't liking and share, that's not support. Sorry. You just don't come on for not doing nothing. So with that being said, we love y'all. This is another episode of Big Daddy's House, 120 episodes, and we being intentional. Good night, everybody. Peace.